What's up, everybody? It's your host, Clerk Dragoon, and I got my special guest, Brad, aka Shadow Puppet from Twitter. How you doing, Brad?
Hey, man, what's up?
Brad, tonight we're going to be talking about high-level hero hits, and I've got one that you helped me plan, Brad. Matter of fact, I've got an AQ walk on number 6 in this war. And Brad, can you tell me, just tell them how bad it was to convince me to do this hit, and then tell me why you wanted me to do this hit.
So, yeah. So, if you haven't done an AQ walk, it can be kind of nerve-wracking because at that point you're doing not a 1 or 2 layer attack, but you're doing a 3-layer attack most of the time. This phase was perfect for it. You take out an entire quarter of the defense, get the DC down, and get the queen down with the AQ walk. So I really thought that you could do this. And as it was the first AQ walk for you, we went ahead and used poison rage, with all types of stuff, just made you sort of comfortable with the attack. This is the type of attack that you need to do in the current meta to 3-star get bases.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, Brad's right. I was very nervous about this hit, and I knew my queen had enough, level on her to do the walk. And I knew Brad knew what he was talking about, so I just trusted him. And literally, Brad, he walked me through his plan. I repeated the plan to him a couple times, and I went for it. So we're gonna play it. Brad, are you ready?
Well, really quick before you play it, if you look at you're gonna set the walk off the top to the left. So if you look at the compartment there that you're walking, everything there is with the 5 spaces of the wall. So the queen can hit, 6 tiles deep. So you know right there that she's going to walk that entire wall with no issue. And that's why we decided to do this right here.
Right. And you knew exactly, like we talked about the sweeper. I mean, if you count the spacing, she's going to skip the sweeper, and you literally knew every step she was going to take, and you pretty much called it. You nailed this attack. So let's get it going, and let's you just walk us through this attack as it's progressing.
All right, man. I'm at 257 right now.
All right, it's playing.
All right. So you load the CC, really keep the floor, keep barbs, got the dragon out, very good. Got the queen, got the healers, and at this point you're just coasting. And this is what these attacks should look like. And this is kind of the ideal setup. The poison is good because it's in front of the queen. That will probably kill the balloons. I don't think the rage was necessary. I don't think the blizzard was necessary. But we did it because we were not comfortable with walks. And we wanted you to feel comfortable. So this is an example of if you're not comfortable with walks, go ahead and use the rage and extra troops to get the CC down. So here she's just walking, going in. You probably should have dropped the poison on the queen. My advice to anyone walking is to drop the poison on the hero that you're facing, but it wasn't necessary here. You went ahead and hit her ability and dropped the gold on top and a few of out to put out the top space. And this is one thing I find really interesting because I've noticed this recently that the Valks are not taking the jump. They always go to the closest footing to them, and they completely ignore a jump. So when we discussed this plan, we thought the Valks were going to core. They did not. I thought it was odd, but after watching a few more attacks, I realized Valks do not care about jumps. They just go to the next closest building.
Well, the BK followed him too, Brad. I mean, he didn't turn in either.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, I dropped this hill early, Brad. that was part of our plan, but once the Valks didn't take the core, we needed to change the plan, but I did, and I kept to our plan, and ended up it was okay, but it could have cost me in the end, as you'll see towards the end of this raid.
Yeah, I mean, if there were bombs in the core, you would have been kind of in a bad spot. I honestly thought the Valks would take the jump, so I was pretty shocked that they did not. But I guess that's their AI. That's how they work. So just know that if you're going to use Valks, that they won't take jumps if it means they're traveling to a further target. But this attack worked out well.
Look at how many hogs is left, Brad. Just look at these hogs. I mean,
yeah. You have the healers up, the tunes up. I mean, you know, it's fine.
yeah, swag the poison there. Brad told me to do that. Yeah, you know, it was mean, but you know, that's the way it goes. Nice. That was a nice plan, Brad. I appreciate the help on that, man, for real.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, let's take a look at these other couple of attacks I got here. I want to take a look at Ryan's attack on number 3. Let's start it and then pause. And let's talk about this. Ryan, you know, this is a max base. This is the top base on the enemy team. And Ryan elects to go with a standard go-ho here. And I happen to know he's got a 2-1-2 in the CC. And please explain what 2-1-2 is for the people who aren't in the war scene.
So I'm assuming it's 2 witches, 1 archer, and 2 wizards.
No, it's actually two witches, 2 archers, and 1 wizard, I think, because you got 30 spaces. So it kind of, is that right? I
don't know, man.
Wait a minute, I might be wrong. Hold on, 2 witches. That's yeah. No. Witches are 12, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so that's 20. That's 24. Yeah. So yeah, it was 1 wizard. Yeah, 2 archers, 2 witches. Yeah. Okay. So 2-1-2, 2 witches, 2 archers, 1 wizard. All right. So look, at this base is so beefy and all, and he elects to hit it this way, and that's pretty good. I mean, he's going to EQ in, Brad, and I know you hate EQ, but I mean, you think this is the right attack plan for this base?
No, I don't actually. So I mean, if you look at this base, you have a double shot bomb set possible between the cannon and the air defense on the left side. You have a DGB set between the Expo and the Archer Tower above the Plane Castle, and a DGB set at the Expo and the air defense below the King and Plane Castle. So this attack plan kind of worries me a little bit, and with witches not setting off traps, this really concerns me. I'm going to assume it's going to come from 3rd base or 9 o'clock, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, this attack right here concerns me for sure.
All right, well, let's start it up and see how it progresses.
All right.
And obviously it was pretty successful because he didn't use a lot of clock there, Brad, if you noticed.
Yeah, he did not, yeah.
So let's take a look. He's going to EQ right there, open up this whole core. Here comes a nice golem spread.
Yeah, so I always try to go away from the queen because the meta currently, it has the bombs away from the queen. So I would always try to kind of go away from the queen with my skill squad if I have big heroes. But he's opening up everything. He's going in. He's got, this is the stones or golems, can't tell.
No, it's 2 golems. It's shattered. He had a 2-1-2 in the CC with 2 of his own golems. So here comes his hogs. He's already got his hogs moving, and the CC isn't covered yet, and both DGB sets are still in. Well, no, he just finished them off. He got them. He got all of them. So
yeah.
that scared me when these hogs came out, but he actually timed it pretty well. They started moving just as the bombs were destroyed. So, and look at these heals, man. They are on point.
Yeah, I mean, so the early hog deployment, I think is pretty good to go ahead and get them moving while your kill squad's still alive. At this point, I'm looking at the attack. There's nowhere for hogs to go. You know, there's no DGB set to hog stuff. And he got really lucky here. basically a flag to cleanability. I'm sure I'll press it in a minute. But yeah, I mean, it's
Well, the way he pathed them, Brad, if you'll look at the way he pathed them, he pathed his hogs around that core. I mean, they went perfectly around that core.
yeah.
So let's just speed it up, and we'll get through this, let these hogs clean up. Very nice attack. Super nice, Ryan. I mean, and that just goes to show you, Brad, I mean, you don't always have to attack a base a certain way for it to succeed. Sometimes you can do stuff a little bit different and it still works, but it may not be the best plan for the base, but it will work. So anyway, we're looking at this base, and I mean, looking at this base, it looks pretty bad. On number 5, War Machine, it's a kind of a strange base, but there is a lot of possibilities of bomb sets in this base. And I cannot remember if this was a fresh hit or not. I think it was. I cannot remember.
Yeah. So this base, if you look at it, all the CCB sets will probably be outside the core. So he has decent hero 2020. He can break in, jump in, get the core, and then just kind of follow the hog on one side.
Well, let me ask you this, Brad, just out of curiosity. Could this base have been queen walk? I mean, was this an excellent opportunity for a queen walk?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's spread enough that you can queen walk. You can go from I would go from the top of the base, and then queen walk, break in right there at the between the cannon and the archer tower, where the liquor storage and
Gotcha.
the collector is.
Right.
And then break into break in right there, and then raise one time, get the queen down, and go from there. So I'm interested to see how he did this.
All right, well, let's start it up. He got it in record time, so we're going to hit play right now.
Yep.
All right, looks like he's coming from the bottom.
Yep, and a good funnel. A good funnel.
Yeah, nice spread on the golems. Queen's coming in. He's not going to lure. He's just going to go in there, no lure, deal with the CC. I don't like that king getting ahead of the golem, though. He's getting targeted.
No. Yeah, he is. He puts the ability, and we're watching this play out. He's going to get to that core just fine with his big hero.
He's got a double set right there. Did you see that? Double set went down.
I did not.
Yeah.
He got a few hogs earlier.
He did. I think he wanted to help his core shot a little bit there. Maybe he got a little panicked because his king got targeted so early. I'm not sure though. That's just a guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's definitely getting the hogs down and into the box early. That first kill is fine. The first kill is really good. He could have pushed it back a little bit, but he was still fine. And he has a hill left here, so he dropped the hill on the air defense.
Wow, he can swag a hill here, Brad. Almost. Look at this.
Yeah, he could.
He's not though. I guarantee he's gonna. I mean, I wouldn't. Not right here, just because the amount of hogs left. It's just good to go on and overpower it and get through it.
Yeah, lots of spring traps there at the end.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I love hitting lots of spring traps. That's my favorite. So let's just speed that one up, man. We'll get through it. But that base could have been queen walk. But I think with War Machine, maybe his comfort zone wasn't there, and you really helped me get past my comfort zone and do something that I wasn't comfortable with. So I give you props for that, and maybe from now on I'll give queen walks a little bit more of a look and start trying them more often. But anyway, Brad, we're going to stop right there. That's our little recap on high-level hero hits at Town Hall 9. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm out of here.